Welcome back to the Huddle podcast. The Eagles won.
Yay!
Fly, Eagles, fly.
They destroyed the shit out of that city.
Oh,
Let's restart this episode.
We'll be right back after these messages.
I was gonna say they stuffed it deep inside the Chiefs.
With
butthole.
consent or
No. Mahomes was running around like a chicken got its head cut off. He like
a victim.
yeah. You'd think it was one of Michael Vick's dogs or something.
Oh, hot start. Hot start, dude. Oh my goodness.
All right. So,
all right. What are your guys' thoughts on the game, man? I mean,
Aiden, take it away.
I thought I really didn't care who won the Super Bowl. I want to say that. I was cheering against both quarterbacks. I hate both of them. I have no reason to hate Hurts. I just do. Philly, don't like him. Hurts played good. He actually played really good. And
he
I hate
probably
to
had
say
his
that
best
out loud.
game ever.
Yeah, except the Super Bowl they lost. That game, I thought he was going to be a franchise QB the next year.
He is a franchise QB.
Yeah, well, they have the best roster in the NFL. Okay, so let's calm down.
Yeah, but he's a franchise QB.
He's top 10.
I was gonna say he's top 10 after that.
Yeah, but before that,
I agree.
I would have put him in the top 10. I would have put him in the top 10 before, I think.
He probably would have snuck in.
Yeah.
Well, he's made a Super Bowl. He's like,
yeah.
He could even be over Burrow.
How do I leave this shit again?
To be fair, let's go through the accolades. I mean, Super Bowl, no Super Bowl.
No, dude.
Both don't have MVPs.
Put Brock Purdy on that team and they win the Super Bowl, bro. Put Jordan Love on that team and they win the Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
Hey, you know
Brock
what?
Purdy lost that. He had that same roster last year and he lost.
Roster. They were hurt though.
You could even argue Brock Purdy's like on the same level as Burrow. Like both have been to a Super Bowl.
Both have been to one Pro Bowl.
Bro, what does that make CJ Stroud? What are we talking? What are we doing right now? What are we doing?
Hey, second year. He's got some time.
Okay.
What about Josh
You
Allen?
know where Burrow went his second year? The Super Bowl.
Hey, how'd that game go?
How many MVPs do either of you guys have?
Oh, dude.
Hey, Rookie of the Year.
Oh, who cares? That award sucks.
Hey, Burrow was favored to win Rookie of the Year until he blew his knee in 3 separate places. Okay.
Okay, wait. We got to ring this back into the biggest game of the year just happened, and we're arguing our quarterbacks already.
Clash Royale is more entertaining than that game. that game was rough. After the white corner scored the touchdown, there was nothing exciting about that game.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that includes Kendrick Lamar's halftime.
Yeah, it sucked.
Actually, Carson, how did you feel? Because you're a big Kendrick guy.
To be honest, I don't want to be like one of those stereotypical guys, but I went upstairs and took a nap for 30 minutes. I didn't watch this. I'm not watching the halftime show.
Yeah, I love that. I love that answer. Because if I hear one more person say you missed the message and then not describe the message, they deserve to die.
Yeah.
Or describe it.
Yeah, either one. Terrible. Oh
Okay,
it was for Black America. What do you not understand? Shut up. It's a halftime show. Who cares?
Dude.
If the Super Bowl halftime show changes the way you think, you're a piece of shit. Like, I'm sorry.
If it's for Black America, why did they allow him to go up there and commit black on black crime against Drake? That's cool.
That's true. Because he's Black Canada.
That's shit.
Dang. It's
so
getting
much
deeper,
hostility.
guys. Oh,
We just that's what KC said.
And then the NFL released that whole thing about end hate and stuff, and the entire halftime show was a hate fest. It made no sense.
Hey, Kendrick, we got a job for you. Come diss Drake. Come murder Drake on the front of millions of people. You don't even have to do a performance. Just F up this guy.
literally, I saw a tweet that said, like the NFL tweeted, "Who do you think Kendrick Lamar's special guest is going to be?" And someone put Drake. He's going to pull him out in the middle of the crowd and execute him live. Like,
Bro, that
Roger,
was the
that would
whole
be like-
halftime show.
bro, that would have been a better halftime show.
Also, wait a minute. Serena Williams' sister got killed by a Crip, and then she's Crip walking on there.
Yeah, that was her defense.
What?
Saying her Crip dance is just so good that she like did it at Wimbledon and then did it here because it looks so good. I was like, bro,
It is clean though. I will
oh, it's
say that.
clean. It is clean. Ladies
Also,
got hips.
That's not really an
Yeah, bro.
to do the dance of your sister's murder.
I also don't get the whole like bringing her out like, hey, I got this chick you used to bang. She's on the stage with me now. It's like, okay.
Yeah, if she was a nobody, I guess like it would have been better. But the fact that she's like who she is, it's like, brother, what are we doing?
I found out she was dating Drake before through this halftime show because I didn't know before.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know either. Yeah.
Mahomes looked terrible in this Super Bowl, man. We just like he
Yeah,
looked awful. We're
Yeah.
circling around this. Like what did he have? He had 1 first down in the first half.
He had 23 yards in the first half. He had a passer rating of 1 in the first half.
It would have been better if he just thrown in the dirt.
Honestly,
Yeah.
like
No, he looked
No, it actually
terrible.
would have. I think if you throw every pass into the dirt, your passer rating is like 32.
And
it's true.
like the whole team just looked defeated. Like it
Oh,
was
they
like
were.
after the first quarter, they were just cooked.
You know what this game was? It was literally just a replay of the Bucks Chiefs Super Bowl. It was the same thing.
Yeah.
This one was worse though, I think. Like
I mean,
Mahomes,
the score was.
I wouldn't have
better.
blamed Mahomes in that loss as much as I would have blamed him in this one.
Yeah,
Like,
okay, I agree.
The first one, he was making plays. Like people were dropping balls left and right.
Yeah.
He had freaking Strangle and Tony out there. And
Strangling Tony.
and like this time he couldn't do anything. And I don't know. I wonder what you guys think of this. I'm sure you've probably heard this, but excluding like the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter there.
Yeah, I don't
Mahomes
count that, by the way. Those were empty
No.
calories.
No, but Mahomes' point differential in the 2 Super Bowl losses is 52 points. If you don't count that last 5 minutes, Brady in his 3 Super Bowl losses is 15.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
26-point loss on average versus 5-point loss. And Brady had the ball with a chance to win in all of those games. Like, I don't know. It's just so weird how a guy can go to 7 straight conference championships, 5 Super Bowls in 7 years, and 2 of them are like just absolute blowouts. Like they're not even close.
I honestly I think it's they study that team. Every other team, all 31 teams, looks at KC and they study that team because that team has been winning, and they see what they do. And I think like the Bucks did it. They knew how to shut Mahomes down. They knew how to shut that team down. And the Eagles, I agree with you. I think the Eagles did it even better. They didn't blitz a single time. They never blitzed.
Yeah,
they didn't have to.
crazy.
They got pressure with 4. Like their corners were locked down. I like the only play that you were like, oh my God, you wanted the Chiefs to do something was that pass to Hopkins for 10 yards and he dropped it. Other than that,
Oh my God.
there was nothing created. Nothing.
That was going to the crib too. That was.
Yeah, it was tough.
They didn't switch up the game plan at all. Like it's like their defense went out there and the entire goal was to stop Saquon. They did, but it didn't matter. Like you can't just stop Saquon. It's not like that entire team is only Saquon. They have 2 of the best wide receivers in the league, man.
Yeah, they have one of the best cores, like wide receiver cores. I would argue.
For sure.
100%.
Bengals, except for maybe the Bengals, Texans when they're healthy, I would say.
The Vikings. But
Vikings, yeah.
But even that, like AJ Brown didn't have a great game. Yes, he had a good touchdown, and I think he had 50 yards. Nothing like crazy. Like there was no spectacular game. Besides that one throw to Devonta Smith, nothing huge from Devonta Smith. He made some good catches, obviously. But you can't blame the defense for giving up 40 when they were on the field for 40 minutes. Like,
No, and
You can't. Go ahead.
well, I was just
sorry.
gonna say 10 of the points came from turnovers too.
yeah, exactly. Like,
That, yeah, they looked like Andy Reid got out coached. Mahomes looked like he didn't even want to beat. Like, I saw a clip of Kelsey running, and he just
stood there.
stopped running.
Oh,
he
yeah.
just-
Yeah.
I honestly think that was the biggest factor in this game is the fact that normally when everything breaks down on the Chiefs offense, he looks to Kelsey to make that he just gets open. Like he knows where like he has this route. Fuck it, I'm not gonna run this route. I'm just gonna get open. And he did not he couldn't do it at all.
Yeah, he looked bad. The run game there was non-existent. The pass game was non-existent. Like
That first play of the game, the 10-yard pass to Juju was their only first down in the first half.
yeah.
Like what?
I don't know why they didn't try to run the ball either. They ran the ball 3 times in the first.
And where was Hunt, bro? Hunt had 4 rushes for like 14 yards. They ran Pacheco. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, they shouldn't have ran Pacheco because, the weird thing is next year, like, what do they do? Their team looks different.
No, what's even worse is they're paying 5 guys next year $115 million.
Yeah, well,
That's going to be a tough roster squeeze. They're going to have to cut Kelsey. Kelsey's going to have to be gone.
Did
I
you
think
see
he
what
might-
Kelsey said on
No.
his podcast? He said, "I did not have fun this season. Like this season was not fun for me."
Yeah, he should retire.
Easy to say that when you can bend over a stool and the.
Yeah, but I
You
mean,
know.
like you could tell, like he didn't have a good year.
Oh no.
He had the game against the Texans, and that's it. So I don't know if he comes back. If I'm him, I'm retiring. You have the Super Bowls,
Yeah.
You're a top 3 tight end all time.
dude. Like his girlfriend's getting booed at the games. People don't like. She
was
was
crazy.
shocked.
I actually felt bad because they only showed her one time. And like, I mean, you show
Oh.
every celebrity anyways. Like you're
Yeah.
going to show, even if she wasn't dating Travis, you're going to show Taylor Swift.
I was kind of wondering about that when I was watching. I was like, I haven't seen her at all. Is this?
Well, because they weren't scoring. They didn't score. That's why they
Yeah.
didn't show.
Yeah,
and then
that's
it was
true, that's
garbage
true.
time against the second strings.
That game was 40-6 is what that
Oh.
game was.
I got a question for you guys. Am I like the only one who thinks it's crazy that Kenny Pickett kneeled out the Super Bowl instead of
I actually love it
really?
because they let all the other players go on the field and like they played in a Super Bowl. Like it's such a
No.
cool thing to be like, I played in the Super Bowl.
No.
There's also a flip to that is like, I don't know. Hurts can be like, yeah, we beat the heck out of one of the greatest quarterbacks
Yeah.
all time so much that Kenny Pickett
Yeah.
came
That's
in the
fair.
game to end it.
I know, but like
I do agree. I do
He-
agree with you though.
he also had a drive before. Like it's not
Yeah.
like he
Yeah.
didn't have a drive. Like he had a drive. He threw a pass. He could still say he played in it. I don't know. I just if that's my Super Bowl,
No,
I
I
wanna-
do get what you're saying.
I
would,
want to kneel it out.
Yeah, I would want to kneel it out too if I was Hurts. But
They threw the Gatorade on pretty. I know it
There's
was a
4 minutes
blowout,
left in the game.
but that was crazy.
and
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? You know what's funny? I know there was like 2 minutes left when he threw that worthy touchdown. Which, yeah, like objectively, that was an awesome throw. I don't care if
Yeah.
it's against a backup. Like watch that, I was like, wow, that's a nice throw. But I don't know. When it got to like 22, there was a small little part of me that was like,
Yeah,
like
no,
it's a little bit close.
yeah.
You know?
No, I felt the same way, but it was just like they had dug themselves such a hole,
Oh, yeah.
and it was like I don't know. They got their asses handed to them. I don't think there's a single positive you could take. Like normally, like when the Bills lose, I go, okay, well, Josh looked good and James Cook looked good. I don't think anybody looked good in that Super Bowl wearing red. Like nobody looked good.
No,
That
literally
also
nobody.
is frustrating. Like if your team's not in the Super Bowl, you want it to just be a good game. And the fact that like They got blown out. You wish someone else was there. You wish someone else beat them at some point. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, let me ask you guys a question though, because I was thinking about this earlier. Like, let's say you had a friend who was watching or who wasn't watching the Super Bowl. Like they hadn't seen any of it yet. Like they knew it was KC and the Eagles, but you said at the end of the third quarter that it was 34-0, and he had to guess which team it was. Personally, if I was that guy, I wouldn't say it was KC. I would think that it would be the Eagles.
Blowing them out?
Yeah, like I didn't expect them to do that. But if you were asked, like, the score's 34-0, which team has 34 points, the Eagles or the Chiefs? I'd probably say the Eagles. I wouldn't see, like, KC going 34-0.
No, I agree.
If you told me, though, that Saquon had 60 yards, I might say the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, if you told me Saquon was getting shut down, I might be like, wow. I don't know. Like, I think the reason why – I think another thing, too, is, like, that's how you have to beat the Chiefs is boat race them, because otherwise the refs are going to take it into their own hands. Like, it was never at a point where even if they started making calls, like, KC walked in that game expecting to win, it felt like.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I don't have any more thoughts on the Super Bowl. I thought it was, like, we haven't had a stinker like that in a while, and that was pretty stinky.
That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. I'd say it's like one of the biggest. Well, it's probably the biggest like flip to a Super Bowl since Cam Newton and the Broncos there.
Yeah.
Like that was it was a undefeated season.
First, like, that was heartbreaking.
So long, and then they get to the Super Bowl and it's like.
Bro, just Von Miller was just unreal in that Super Bowl. Was so bad. I felt so bad because Cam he was Superman all year.
Peyton is like 75 years old.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad for him. The guy said he wouldn't trade his MVP for a Super Bowl. Like
that's something you say though when you don't have a Super Bowl. Like I'd say the same thing. If I don't have a Super Bowl, like I want MVP. I'm not trading.
No, Brady says all the time he would give up 2 Super Bowls for the undefeated Super Bowl, man. Like, yeah. I don't know. I didn't even think, like, to be fair too about KC is like they never killed anyone. They didn't even beat up on bad teams. I think they're
Cleveland like kept it closer to the Eagles than KC did in the Super Bowl.
That game was awful. They looked horrible. I mean, I wish the Bills would get that freaking team once in a while. Jeez.
It is nuts how bad KC looked and how good the Eagles looked. Because, like, Eagles going into the playoffs, I thought it was them and the Lions were the best teams going into the playoffs. And then they played the Packers. I was like, oh, dude, this team sucks. Like, the way they played the Packers was awful. I thought they were going to lose. To whoever they played next. That's how bad they played.
Yeah, that and the Rams game was the hardest game of Billy's playoff run. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
The NFC is weaker to me, in my opinion. It really is like just Detroit and Philly at the top, and Detroit just had a heart attack.
Yeah, they played stinky, but. I don't know what. Carson, you had something, right?
Well, yeah, I got a few.
Are we done on the Super Bowl?
I don't have anything else.
You got something.
I want to just mention the fucking scoreboard, dude.
Oh yeah,
what are
that was
doing?
That was awful.
I said that right away.
Bro, I could have made that in 10 minutes.
Yeah,
that was the ugliest scoreboard I've ever seen.
That's pretty ugly.
Did you see in the bottom corner where it has like the stats when a quarterback's throwing? It was the Fortnite font.
What?
It was the Fortnite font.
Really?
Swear to God, it's like the stat that like when you get into a car, it says whatever like on the screen or some dumb shit like that or how much ammo you have. It was the Fortnite font. It said Mahomes like 17 for 34 Fortnite font.
It looked like to me, you know, when you get like a shitty iPhone game and it's like the NFL, but they're not allowed to use any of the like
Logos.
yeah, that's
Yes.
what it looked like to me.
What
Oh,
a
that's true.
downgrade.
Yeah, it looked terrible. Why did they wait all year to debut that?
They do
I
it
could've
every
told-
year.
How do they not ask fans, hey, what do you guys think about this?
Yeah, honestly, make like 5 copies and then take a poll. Like it's
My
That was
my
a-
favorite one is the super simple one where it's just the line across the bottom. It has the team name and it's just the colors, but like it just looks clean. This was
Yeah.
just 2 blocks on your screen with PI8 or PHI. Like, what are we doing?
if you had bad
Both in the
vision,
same font too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you needed glasses, this was the Super Bowl for you.
well, you'd be like, "What the hell's wrong with my TV? There's 2 giant fucking squares and then
Yeah.
horrible."
Did you guys see the Canada commercial right before halftime?
No.
Oh, it was like obviously Canada and US are butting heads right now. It was like it was an Ontario commercial saying how much we provide to the United States. Like just saying like we're your biggest ally, we've been through wars together, blah blah blah. Like we produce all this energy, we share a tunnel and about to be another bridge, like all this stuff to the US. We supply 17 states with energy. We're the biggest trader with 17 states, like all this right before the halftime show.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. That's an expensive ad. That's like that's probably a $6 million ad.
All the commercials kind of sucked though, eh?
Yeah, there was no puppy monkey baby.
The
Sadly.
seal one was kind of funny.
That was dude, I thought it was racist. I was like, what are we doing?
No, it's
what?
seal as a seal.
Yeah, I know.
Why can't they make commercials like that all year long, man? That's
Yeah.
my least favorite thing about football.
Yeah.
Like you
Same
get back to
5
the game after
commercials.
watching 5 minutes of commercials, and then it's just a punt. They go
The
right
bird-
back.
The Burger King ad.
Whopper, whopper. Yeah.
Also, why did we get all the like? I saw all the commercials before online.
Yeah.
What?
Like that
Why do
Bud Light
why do we-
commercial with Shane Gillis and Post Malone, like that was posted before
Oh
it came
yeah,
out.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I got nothing else on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think that's all. I do have one more thing for the Super Bowl halftime show. This is the most watched Super Bowl of all time. It had the most peak viewers ever, which I think is crazy because people said they weren't going to watch it. As well as the most watched halftime show ever, passing Michael Jackson in 1993.
Seriously?
Yeah, it had 133.5 million concurrent viewers at one point, and Michael Jackson had 133.4.
You want to know what though? Every year they're gonna break the record. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna. I don't even know how they find out how many people are watching the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I mean, how many people were in your garage, Aiden?
20 at least.
So how do you count that?
Yeah, that like we had 2 TVs going. That just
Yeah,
counts as 2. I believe it's just per cable stream.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Like more I would think more people individually. I guess you get the people who don't watch all year.
yeah,
Like on Sunday, I got 6 TVs going.
yeah. Listen to this. So to compare Michael Jackson and Kendrick Lamar Kendrick Lamar at 133.5 million viewers, there was 345 million people in the United States. So it's 39% of the population was watching the halftime show. In
That's
1993, there was 260 million people in the United States. 51% watched Michael Jackson's halftime show.
That's disgusting, man.
With no internet. Dude, Michael Jackson's Jesus. I swear. Besides the kid touching, that's probably not good. But like fame-wise, like he's right up there with our good Lord and Savior.
They need to do like a country halftime show or something.
Yeah, Luke Combs would be nice.
Dude, just do like Wallen, Combs, Eric Church.
Wallen's never
Or-
been allowed up there.
AC/DC would be gas, brother.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
That is
Some
true.
Hell's Bells.
Yeah, that would be good. I don't know. It's too like I just don't care about it. There's just I don't know. If I was there, then I'd be like, oh.
I'm surprised Kendrick is so high because, like, my grandparents, obviously they watch the Super Bowl. My grandma loves football, and I asked them today. I was like, "What do you think about the halftime show?" And she's like, "I didn't understand it. It was terrible. Why would they do that?" Like, old people don't like that. Obviously, like country.
Oh yeah.
Everyone can understand country, like it or not. Everyone can understand like actual singing, like how they had Shakira and J-Lo, like it or not. Like I'm sure none of us put them on our playlist, but you'll watch the halftime show.
And you know the songs.
Exactly.
And you don't expect your 80-year-old grandma to understand.
Yeah, dude, my grandma was spitting "Not Like Us" word for word.
Dude,
A minor.
The other thing I don't get is bro has like good songs, but he dedicated the entire thing to "Fuck You, Drake." Like
Yeah.
the entire show. He teased it a couple times, and then it happened, and then it was just like, okay, I don't know, bro. Like, wrap it up. Do you think it's corny at this point?
It's
a little
so
bit.
boring.
Yeah.
Drake was in Australia.
No, I mean that's what you have to do. I don't blame him one bit.
No, yeah. I don't
Even
either.
Drake though, I'm surprised. Like, I can't believe Drake's never had a halftime show. He's by far a more popular artist worldwide.
He's not going to do it now.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. No.
Dude, they literally the entire halftime show was "Fuck You, Drake." Okay, back to Chiefs getting spanked. Like,
what an analogy. That was perfect.
Oh, did you see Lane Johnson was partying with an IV after?
No.
He had an IV in at the after party. Also, another thing I forgot to mention. Did you know that both teams have parties after, no matter what?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
I only know that because the NBA Finals a couple years ago, who did Denver beat? Was it Boston?
A sad party, dude.
Bro, they celebrate, like they showed, like they were filming the party afterwards, and I'm like, how are you? You just lost the NBA championship. How are you like popping champagne right now?
I guess they paid for it all already.
They paid for those T-shirts too, though. You're not gonna wear them.
I saw someone say like African kids seeing all the Chiefs three-peats.
Oh yeah.
After thinking they lost, whatever. Yeah. Anyways, I'm over it.
Give me 1 second, fellas.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. No, that I would not want to go to a party after losing the Super Bowl.
I don't even know how you endure that. Like, I mean,
I think
you
most
just be
don't
heartbroken.
go. Like, if you're Mahomes, you're not going.
Yeah.
You're on the first flight back home.
Yeah.
Private jet. Same with Travis. Same with like the only people I could see going are like third string rookies.
Yeah. The ones who like might not even be on the team next year type thing.
Yeah. Other than that, I wouldn't go.
Yeah. I that game was so terrible. I wish the Chiefs put up more of a fight.
I do too. But I don't know. That's what happens when you get pushed into the Super Bowl. They basically got rolled in on the coattails of the refs all year.
Yeah. Yeah. Just terrible.
You think the Bengals are in the mix next year?
Depending on the offseason for sure. I hope we sign T. T came out and said he said he wants to sign with us more than anyone else.
T?
Yeah. He said he wants to sign with Cincinnati. He said the only way he doesn't sign with T is if a contender of the same level offers him a much higher contract. Like if someone goes out there and gives him like 33 mil, who
even could?
I mean, it would have to be someone like you, like Buffalo.
We don't have the cap room for that.
Yeah, it'd have to be someone because he doesn't want to sign with like the Patriots for 30 mil.
No, I don't
instead of
blame
us
him.
for 25. Like,
yeah, I don't even know who could. Like, I guess the Commanders.
The Commanders probably could. They could sign T. The Lions could if they wanted to.
Could the Lions really?
Dude, the amount of cap the Lions still have because of how many young players they have and the fact that they're signing contracts early and they can move the money over so many years now. It's actually pretty impressive. Like they could not. It's not like they could go get T and Myles Garrett or someone like that. But like if they could go get one of them,
Shout out Brad Holmes, bro.
Yeah.
Carson, didn't you have something?
Yeah, I had a decent amount of stuff. So, I was just gonna say this will probably be over pretty quick. But the Belichick thing, like, who do you think was more important, Belichick to Brady or Reed to Mahomes?
Reed to Mahomes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, all in agreement. I would say, I would say Reed to Mahomes, for sure.
Dude, I think next year if Kelsey should retire, I think he should.
Yeah, I think so too.
Without Kelsey, and then Reed was talking about retiring a couple years ago. Now it's like, how old is he? He's old as hell. So I think it'll be more interesting to see if Mahomes can win without Reed because Brady won without Belichick.
Yeah.
I will
why he left him too. Like Brady, I think he left Belichick partially because he was like
to show
that it's not just a coach.
That and they didn't want him. Everyone forgets. Like New England did not want Brady anymore.
Yeah. I will say Belichick. I think Belichick at the start of Brady's career is equally as important as Andy Reid is. The thing is, I think Andy Reid right now, in year 7 as a starter for Mahomes, is more important than year 7 for Brady as a starter. But I think
because
that that Belichick mindset of like, if you're not going to work intensely hard and be the best possible player you can be, you're off my team. Like there's no ifs and buts. There's nothing around it. Like he's not Kadarius Toney where he got to stick around for 2 years and still win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's crazy that he has a ring and an arrest.
Yeah.
Well, look at the difference between when Brady was down against the Falcons versus Mahomes when he was down.
Oh my God,
dude! He just put his head down. Brady was ripping everyone a new one, bro.
I watched that video of him, like, and he's like talking to the bench. It's like a side view of him talking to the bench. He's like, "All right, laser focus, guys. We're gonna." And I'm like, "Okay, I gotta go punch something." Like Mahomes, he's like crying at halftime. I think that's something that comes with age too, though, because I don't think that Mahomes is like a horrible leader, but I think he'd probably be better with more time.
That's another thing is like Brady obviously stepped in and won that Super Bowl, and then he won another one like 4 years later. It's like he wasn't as dominant as Mahomes was in his early career.
Oh God, no!
Right, so I think that mindset of still being the underdog early, like it lives in him. Where Mahomes is like now used to being the team.
Everyone flaunted around Mahomes all week, bro. All week it was Mahomes glaze, man.
Yeah.
And all these TV broadcasters going, "Oh, well, Mahomes is not as good as Brady." Now saying that, it's like, bro, where was this?
I know, yeah.
Keep that same energy. If you're going to call him better than Brady, keep it after he gets the doors blown off him in the Super Bowl.
For the second time. Once against Brady.
Yeah, and he lost twice to Brady.
Yeah.
The GOAT debate, not that it's over because
God, no.
Mahomes still has the chance, but he now has to get Like he has to get those rings now.
How many Super Bowls do you think he realistically gets back to?
That's a good question. I'd say I think he will end at like 6. I think he could get 3 more. I think he could get 3 more
Really?
in 10 years. Yeah, easy.
I don't know, man. Like you got to think Burrow's gonna go back to 1.
Well,
So let's put that into account. You got to think that guys like Josh and Lamar are both going to get back to, they're going to get to, like, these guys are generational talents. They have to get to 1 Super Bowl.
The thing is,
that's
like, I
a
want to
question
agree
that I
with
was going
you
to ask you guys.
because, I mean, obviously I love Burrow, but like Dan Marino never got back, and he's elite. Drew Brees, I mean,
What?
Drew Brees is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Like he's in my top 5, I think. And he did win 1 Super Bowl, but every year after that, it was heartbreaks all the time. Rodgers as well.
But does that not prove the fact that it's hard to get to the Super Bowl? Like the odds of this guy going with those other guys who haven't been yet, like
yeah, but it's hard to make the championship game 7 years in a row too, though.
Yeah,
and make the Super Bowl 5 of those years.
They beat the Texans. Let's be a little bit realistic. They didn't exactly beat the.
But are you saying that the Bills 4 of the 5 years and Burrow 1 of the 5 years that they made it to the Super Bowl wasn't like a hard game? The AFC is way more stacked than the.
I will say, as long as they have Mahomes and Andy Reid, and every year is a go year.
Well, to be fair though,
yeah,
McDermott's been outcoached every single time. Like I don't think you can point to a time in the playoffs where McDermott outcoached Andy Reid and they still lost. Like,
I mean, dude, we also think we got outcoached the year we went to the Super Bowl. Like
you guys didn't have a line, man.
We had no O line, and I mean, our play was find Jamar T and fucking huck it up there, because like that's all we got. Like, and you don't have much time to do it either.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, a lot. Honestly, a lot of football. Like, yes, 50% of it is hard work. 20% of it is having a good team, but that other 30% is it's pure luck. It's injuries. It's the right call. It's the right play. It's falling the right way. Like,
but don't you think that's why it's tougher for him to make it to more Super Bowls though? Like, dude, you've got arguably in that conference 4 of the top 5 best quarterbacks.
Okay. Well, why don't we segue to one of the questions I was going to ask you guys.
Okay.
I was going to say, like in the next, let's say a 10-year span, 5 current quarterbacks that you think have the highest chance to win the Super Bowl that aren't Mahomes.
I think those 3: Allen. I'm gonna go Allen, Burrow, Lamar. I'm gonna say Jared Goff, because that Lions team is crazy.
That's fair.
And I can see Hurts getting back to another one. The Eagles are going to be good next year.
No CJ.
No, I think my next off that list is Herbert.
What?
Dude, that team sucked this year. They're going to be way better with Harbaugh. I don't think it's going to be Herbert is the reason why they're in the Super Bowl, but like
that is a fair point. They did have a shit team. Like to even make the playoffs is crazy, but he also just got blown out by CJ. And I wouldn't argue that the Texans were much better than the Chargers this year. And he murdered them.
I think you could say if you go position group by position group, the Texans were far better than the Chargers.
Yeah. I would say that the defense is definitely. I don't know though. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna say this is, the court. I think you're right. by saying like you listed the best quarterbacks. I do think all those quarterbacks have the chance. Other than Goff, I wouldn't say he's a top 5 quarterback, but he has one of the best teams. Same with Hurts. He has a great team. It's so unpredictable. It's defense wins these championships, bro. Like I think the Chargers defense and the Houston defense are very on par with each other. The Chargers started to slip a little bit towards the end of the year, but the first 80% of the year, they didn't let up more than like 25 points.
I just can't believe he said Herbert over CJ. CJ's 2-2 in the playoffs and has made it to the second round twice in 2 years.
Who did he beat though?
He beat okay, yeah, it's not
like
great,
I get that he beat the Chargers, but you said a 10 game. You said a 10-year span. Look out for the Chargers in 2 years, man. When all Herbert or whatever his face's guys are in, like Harbaugh. Yes, thank you. When all of Harbaugh's guys are in, that's gonna be a scary team, man.
To be honest, I don't think of the Chargers, but I do agree with you. I do agree with you that they could be a lot better in the next couple of years. But
dude, the Chiefs might not make it to the playoffs next year. That division is so much better. Think about it, man. Pete Carroll for the Raiders. Who's Harbaugh for the Chargers? The Broncos are going to be better next year.
3 of those teams already made the playoffs last year.
That's what I'm saying. These teams are going to be better. Mahomes has had a cakewalk through his division every single year. The Raiders haven't been good in years. I get that they made the playoffs, but who gives a shit? That team is stinky. They haven't had a quarterback.
The Giants made the playoffs 2 years ago.
Exactly. The Broncos haven't had a quarterback. The Chargers haven't had a real head coach in 17 years, it feels like. All these teams are going to be a lot better, and it's going to be more competitive.
It is so hard to say because Phillip Rivers on the Chargers had the number 1 offense in the league on the same year that he had the number 1 defense. They had the 32nd ranked special teams miss the playoffs. Yeah. Think about that. Best offense, best defense, missed the playoffs.
Every position group matters.
I agree. These are the teams that I think have the best shot at going to the Super Bowl, and it's crazy because I have one NFC team on here, only because I don't know what most of those teams are going to look like quarterback wise for a while.
Yeah.
Other than Hurts, I'm not including the Eagles either because they could start doing what the Chiefs did with that team and who they're paying. It's impressive. I have the Bengals and the Bills. I think they both have the quarterback to get there, and I do think this window though is closing on both of them.
Oh, big time.
No, I don't think so.
Maybe not for the Bills as much. For the Bengals, I would say.
Yeah.
I think as long as you have those 2 guys in there, you have a shot at a Super Bowl. I
do agree with that.
It matters.
I don't agree with. Well, look at the Bengals this year. Burrow, if they made the playoffs, Burrow would be the MVP easily.
Yeah, I think so too.
Stats are better than Lamar and Josh Allen.
Stats don't matter. It's most valuable player. Who would be?
Yeah, okay, but the Bengals without Burrow this year,
they're one in.
But the Bills with Josh Allen made the playoffs. They weren't even supposed to make the playoffs.
But
this was a rebuild.
I don't know about that. I picked them to win their division.
What? Oh my God! Every analyst ever had the Bills not making the playoffs, bro.
Are you saying the Bills' defense is as bad as the Bengals' defense is?
I think it might be worse coached.
No, I don't.
That's wild. That's wild.
Dude, I don't Sean McDermott's supposed to be a defensive genius, and he blows it every year. The guy's terrible. They couldn't stop shit against the Chiefs.
Hey, at least you have a genius, bro. We have a retard. Actually, I don't know if I can say retard. We have an idiot.
How is McDermott a genius?
You just call him a genius.
I said he's supposed to be. He's not.
All right. I have the Bengals and the Bills because Joe Burrow and Josh Allen. Okay. That's why I have the Bengals and the Bills. I have Green Bay in the NFC They have the youngest roster in the league.
Yeah.
Their defense, I think, is going to be filthy in the next 3 years. Like that defense can only get better. That defense was nuts this year, and they have their average age is like 24.
They might not make the playoffs next year.
This is the next 10 years.
Okay.
They might not. They don't have a number one wide receiver. And then I have the Broncos.
3 twos though. Their
They do
wide
have three-
receiver room
yeah.
is so underrated. So underrated.
Next, I have the Broncos. Their cap space is about to open up insane. What?
How do you not have Baltimore on there with Derrick Henry?
Because Lamar can't win the big games. And that's why I don't have the Chargers on here either, because Herbert can't win the big games. I have the Broncos, and then I have the Texans. Because
I was going to come back to that. I got to throw this out there real quick. Herbert threw 4 picks in that Texans game, which was one more than he threw in 16 games prior. There's no argument, in my opinion, for Herbert making a Super Bowl first round. That's.
I just look about how a quarterback plays when it's Monday night, and then how they play when it's playoff football. And I mean, Josh Allen and Joe Burrow, they show up when it's playoff football. They play good. They play good ball. I think the Broncos they're about to have so much cap space, and their team already they're supposed to be ass this year. Their team made the playoffs. That defense is nasty. It's only going to get better. Their offense can only get better because name me their running back. What, McClung? What's his what? Yeah, you don't know. Who's their number 1? Sutton? Stud. Who's their number 2? Mims? Stud. They're going
Jake,
up.
what do you think of that? Jake, what do you think of that?
Of the Broncos?
Taking the Super Bowl.
In 10 years, I don't hate it.
Then I have the Texans.
I think it's disrespectful to put the way we're talking about Lamar. I'm not the biggest Lamar guy.
No, yeah.
They almost beat the Bill. They did almost beat the Bills.
I agree. I think Lamar
and they did almost beat the Chiefs. I don't know. I don't think it was Lamar's fault. Yes, did he have a bad game? I don't think he had his best, but you run the ball with Derrick Henry there, and we might be looking at the Ravens in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but if you don't throw that pick, terrible pick, and then you don't make one of the worst fumbles I've ever seen, just jump on the ball. If you don't make those 2 massive mistakes, them playing you, that's a different ball game.
Yeah, but we could say if Josh Allen completes that pass to Kincaid,
but that's not Josh Allen's fault. There's no fault in Josh Allen there. Zero.
Well, agreed. But if Mark Andrews if Mark Andrews makes the catch like he's supposed to, then we're in overtime possibly.
Agreed.
We could sit here and go maybe all the time.
But I'm talking about the quarterback. I'm not blaming these other players. Yes,
I know, but I'm objectively saying in 10 years going by, the odds of Lamar Jackson making a Super Bowl is you don't see these guys who top 5 quarterbacks in the league normally make the Super Bowl. It's been a weird couple years because the Chiefs keep making it, but I think this all goes out we're not going to see the Chiefs in a Super Bowl for a while. I don't think it's crazy to think that.
I agree with that to a degree. I think they'll regress a little bit for sure.
I don't think you can go to the Super Bowl that many times and keep going back. These guys have played an extra 4 or 5 games a year. And the Brady era was different because he did it with 8 different teams he went to the Super Bowl with.
Yes. Well,
but his defense was always a top 10 defense.
Yeah, but he also didn't have to
gap.
Yeah.
There's a 10-year gap between him winning a Super Bowl and then the next.
I know, but the other thing too is Brady had to get through who? Peyton Manning? That's it.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't hold Big Ben in the same vein.
I don't even. Big Ben ain't even.
Big Ben in the same name as Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow and
Yeah, I agree with
Are we
Jake.
just forgetting about football right now? What?
Big Ben is not as good as
You would
Lamar.
take Big Ben.
What?
Let me ask you this: you would take Big Ben in his prime over Joe Burrow?
Would you right now? Would you take prime?
Answer the question, Aiden.
No, I wouldn't. I would not.
Thank
You know why? Because it's 2025. The game is different. But to say that Ben is not in the same conversation with Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, and Phillip Rivers and Tom Brady in that era of football is crazy.
Don't ever disrespect the sheriff like that ever again.
Crazy.
Do not say that Ben Roethlisberger was half the quarterback that Peyton Manning was. The guy won one Super. Like he had a couple good years. Was
Peyton
he
Manning
good?
got carried on a second Super Bowl. Look, I don't want to argue. He had a great year the year prior, but he
Goose
got
is
carried.
rolling around in his grave. He's pissed.
Look, I love the sheriff. Top 5 all time.
Put
Easily.
some fucking respect on the sheriff.
But Big Ben was a machine, bro. A machine.
A burger eating machine.
Oh my goodness, bro. Oh, dude.
Enough. Don't disrespect Peyton Manning like that. You're telling me. Okay. Anyways. What were we even talking about? I blacked out.
We're getting into it. Oh, boy. So my list, by the way, Lamar. I think Lamar. I think CJ. I think Burrow. I think Allen. And I think for the NFC, I think Jaden. I know it's like early on that, but it's the same thing with like your Broncos. Like,
I'm not sold on him yet.
I get why you wouldn't be too, but I don't know. He reminds me of Lamar.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I just think that they have, because the NFC is so weak, like they're only on the come up. Lions have came up, but like I don't know, Goff in 5 years, is he going to be as good as Jaden would be in 5 years? You know, like I don't know. I feel like they have a bunch of space. They have good pieces already. Even the running backs are decent in my opinion.
I think with these rookie quarterbacks, we need to take a step back and give them 3 years. Last year, everyone crowned CJ as the next great, and he regressed.
But he made it just as no, he didn't, because he made it just as far this year as he did last year, and he played KC in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes left. It's a 1-score game. You can't tell me that the second year guy.
I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. All I'm saying is before we crown these guys the next guys, let's see them in 5 years after they've missed the playoffs once or like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying, but like no one's like crowning Caleb. Well, you know what I mean? Like,
no, I know, but like, look at Bryce Young, the difference this year compared to last year. Like the guy came out and balled out the last couple seasons.
Yeah, well,
I don't see listen, I'm not saying CJ and Jaden Daniels are bums, but I think let's give it a couple years
that's fair.
of consistent great quarterback play.
I'm also biased too.
No, I know, but I'm even talking about Jaden Daniels. Like yes, they had a great season, but if they get the Lions again and the Lions destroy them like they should have, I don't think we're having the same conversations that we are right now about Jaden Daniels. Like, yes, they beat a really good Lions team with half the players on IR on the defense. Like the defense was decimated. You got 2 coaches interviewing for head coaching jobs dead in the middle of one of the biggest games of their career. Ben Johnson got hired by the Bears a day later. The guy was already moved. He moved half his shit to Chicago before.
Yeah. That should be, like you said, I think Aiden, you said that last week. Like they shouldn't be allowed to do that. Like coaches, they shouldn't be. Yeah.
To say about CJ Stroud, I think he's a franchise QB. I think he's good. I think he's gonna be fine. He had a worse year than his first year for sure. I mean, he was missing his number one for part of the season. Then he was missing his number two, and then his number three died. So, like, it is tough behind that line as well. Like, I mean, I've watched Burrow behind an offensive line that's just absolute dog ass. The Texans have a bad offensive line.
Oh, it's horrible.
He was getting
You can't
crushed
get
all
sacked
season.
8 times.
I will agree with
10
Jake
penalties.
in the fact that they played better teams this year and they looked worse. But I mean, I disagree in the fact that we give these guys praise too early because, bro, Justin Herbert's rookie season, I've never seen, like, I couldn't believe you could suck White off dick. Like, it was crazy. Like we did. Dude, we sucked White right off dick with Justin Herbert. And then we did it again with CJ Stroud, and we're doing it again with Jaden Daniels. I think all three of them are going to be, like, they're just going to be there. They're going to be franchise QBs.
You don't think Herbert's good enough to go to a Super Bowl in 10 years?
He's not in my top 5. I didn't say he's not.
Okay.
I think there's plenty of quarterbacks that can do it. Herbert's one of them. Goff's one of them. Freaking if Purdy went, who was before Purdy? Goddamn
Hurts.
Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy can go.
Jimmy
Then
G.
anyone can go.
Goff has been, yeah. Okay, wait. I let's switch it up here because
whoa. Before we switch it up here, let me just say the Ben Roethlisberger stats because y'all sleep. The thing is, I should be his number one hater. Me, I had to sit in this division with this man my entire childhood. He is 5th all time for passing yards. Okay. He is 8th all time for touchdowns. Okay. This is he's made the playoffs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times.
Okay. Hey, I got a question for you.
Yes.
Where do you think Josh Allen and Joe Burrow are going to land on that list when they also have another 10 years of playing in the NFL?
Who knows? Hopefully in the top 10. That'd be great, bro. My like,
dude. Okay, wait. I think you're like, Ben Roethlisberger is not a dumpster fire quarterback. That's not what we were saying. He's not
Super Bowls. He's obviously good.
Yeah, he's obviously
Ben
good.
Roethlisberger
I'm
was
saying
a top 5 quarterback for legit 10 years.
When it's all said and done, I think Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Lamar Jackson will be higher on the list than him. That's all I hope saying.
So. I hope so.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that you're done with Ben,
because he was in this. He is in the same conversation as Manning, Breeze.
I don't think he's as good.
He might not be better than that, but he's in the same conversation. He was in that Mount Rushmore for 10 years, just like we're talking about Burrow.
Yeah, he was a
Allen.
rock on the side of the hill.
No,
those defenses he had were crazy, Aiden. You can't even like.
But he was filthy, bro. Look at Antonio Brown's
and Le'Veon Bell.
Yes, look at the 4-year stretch of Antonio Brown where he had that legit, probably the best 4-year stretch of a receiver besides Jerry Rice. Like, who was throwing him the ball? Ben.
Who was catching the ball?
So are we just not going to? Are you not going to give credit to Matthew Stafford when he's throwing the ball to Kelvin Johnson and throwing the ball to Cooper Kupp? Matthew Stafford's amazing.
Matthew Stafford to me is like, he could go down. Like, I don't know. I don't even see Stafford as that great at all. Dude, they dumped. When they beat the Bengals, they shouldn't have won that Super Bowl.
Agreed. Like, for different reasons.
Okay, let's not live in the past here, gentlemen. 2 things. First, the Debo is being granted to go find his own trade. Did you guys see that?
I did.
Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy.
It kind of is.
In a way, but he's also, I don't know, he regressed a lot.
To be honest.
Okay. I got another one for you. The Jets won't bring back Rodgers.
Smart. Simply smart.
Yeah, I think that's good as well. Like,
okay.
Do you see Rodgers playing next year?
He shouldn't.
It's tough because it's like, does he, like, if he goes and plays for the Titans like everyone's saying he should?
Oh, dude.
They're just going to, like, be a mid-ass team at best. Like they're not going to be
What's
good.
oh God no. And
So
what's with those shoulder, like the sleeves, dude?
where he doesn't have the squished. Yeah.
Where he has like the long, like baggy ones. You look
He's
like
old school, bro. He's got that stupid ass helmet too.
Yeah, that helmet looks dumb.
Oh God.
Okay, and then the other one is we talked about Cooper Kupp, but there's been rumblings about the Rams moving on from Matthews.
Yeah,
Matthew Stafford. Sorry.
I think that's good.
I got
think
Leafs
that's
on the
good
brain.
personally.
You really what?
I think that's good. Yeah. Stafford's been around for a long time. To me, it's not even that much different from Rodgers being let go from the Jets. Because Stafford, okay, wait. Matthew Stafford is way better than Rodgers is right now. Way better. It's not even close. But they each have one Super Bowl.
Okay.
Matthew is definitely closer to his ceiling than Rodgers is and will ever be again. But to me, Stafford is also like they suck low key when he has no wide receivers and when he has like defense lacking. Like I just feel like they aren't that good. And like
then what's I just don't get what the harm is running it back one more year with this team. And like it's not like this draft is stacked for QBs.
Oh God, it's crap.
This draft is like some of these guys might not be in the league in 4 or 5 years. Some of these QBs,
yeah,
or at least starting. Like I don't know. You're not going to improve. You're not going to get better.
Is he on contract still, or would they have to re-sign him?
No, he's on contract.
So he would be for next year too.
That I don't know.
Because if he's still on contract, then yeah, I agree with you. Just keep him around until the contract's over. But if they have to pay him this offseason, I'd save the money and invest. He crap next year, and then the draft after that, go and get somebody.
Yeah, but they have a good team. Like they have good wide receivers. What?
This is why they want to trade him. He has a $50 million cap hit next year.
Yeah, like I'm not doing that.
He is signed to 2026, but they could
exactly.
They have a young team though, man. Like
exactly.
Puka Nakua's not getting paid yet. What's their running back there? He's a stud too.
Kyron Williams.
Yeah, he's a monster, man.
Like
he's top 4 right now.
Fudge, dude. Low key. Like unless you're trying to win the Super Bowl next year, unless you're trying to put together a team to win the bowl next year, I'd get rid of him.
What? Okay.
Okay, well, Jake,
what's your
argument
money-wise
for keeping him? What's your argument for keeping him?
He's top 10 quarterback in the league. But who is the best quarterback in that conference, in your guys' opinion?
I'd put Goff. I'd put Love. I'd put
conference. I thought you said division. I said Geno Smith.
Oh,
that's crazy. No, but like what I'm saying is like with him as the quarterback, you got a 2 to 3 year window where it's like, fuck it, we might make it to a Super Bowl. If you let him go, you've got the potential of going 10 years without finding your guy.
Yeah, I do get what you're saying. It is like,
dude, there's very few times where teams spend the next 2 to 3 years trying to go to the Super Bowl, do what you can, and if it doesn't work, send them fucking packing like Old Yeller. Put them down behind the shed.
But that's also a risk, though. If they don't make the Super Bowl and they pay this guy $50 million for 2 years, they could have invested. Yeah, exactly. If they could have invested all that money into getting free agents and getting more I don't know.
Would you not rather have the shot though?
That's the question, right? Is do they have that real shot? And I think they do as well. I mean, I thought they were good this year. The thing is, if you're gonna lose Kupp, you're gonna have to replace him.
if
Who else are they going to lose? That's the thing. I don't know how old some of their team is. Like, what's on defense? Who are they losing? Who are they getting?
They're like 3 or 4 years removed from a Super Bowl. Like it's not like they're complete garbage.
He's 37.
Okay,
Okay, guys. This was this was their schedule this year, okay? This was their schedule. They played the Lions week 1, they lost.
Yeah.
Okay. Then they play, Jesus Christ, my phone. Hold on. Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on, give me 1 second.
Here, I got it right here. They played Lions, Arizona, San Francisco, Chicago, Green Bay, Vegas, Minnesota, Seattle.
Okay, wait. Sorry, go ahead.
Miami, New England, Philly, New Orleans, Buffalo, San Fran, Jets, Arizona, Seattle.
Well,
Okay.
Buffalo,
Minnesota,
and the Lions. That's it. Like that's the only like 2, and I guess Minnesota, but just their schedule wasn't that hard. They beat the Bills, but then the next 3 games after that, they had the same amount of points that they had in that Bills game. I just don't think that they were as good as people think that they were.
I don't know, Carson. Like if that game isn't in Philly and it's in LA and they're in a dome, Philly could have been knocked out.
I think both arguments make sense. I really do. I really think that they could run it back and try. The thing is, they would have to get they would have to fix their team, and they would have to spend money now to make that team better.
Why would you not want to try and fix the team? Like,
because if it doesn't work out, you shoot yourself in the foot.
So you're gonna be tanking no matter what.
Yeah, but you can't sign a bunch of new guys to massive contracts and then suck ass.
They also are thinking they're going to have to pay guys like Kyron and Puka.
That's what I mean.
What's the point of paying those guys if you don't have someone to throw the ball to them, though?
Because when they're when they're ending their rookie contracts, Stafford is going to be ending his.
And that's when you cut ties with
right
them.
Now.
If you look at all the good teams that are in the playoffs every year, like you have it's not like they don't have a quarterback. They have the quarterback. They have these guys for a couple more years who are on rookie deals. You got to go get the pieces to move on. Like, and that's when you sign those guys to 2 to 3 year deals to finish out Stafford's contract. And if you get a Super Bowl, great. If you don't, okay, we got to find a new quarterback.
I would be shocked if they don't give him the money.
Yeah, I do get your point. I do get your point. Like, I don't know.
Especially this year. Because technically they could just cut him next year if they wanted to. They don't. The way his contract's designed is so he had guaranteed money up until this year. They paid him $46 million. Right now they could cut him and save 50. They could cut him next year and save 54.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they re-sign him, I don't think it's a bad thing. I'll say that. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think that just getting rid of him would be better in the long run. But they are still in the conversation, like in the NFC for sure, if they do re-sign him for the next couple of years. But
do you guys want to move on to Dude's Draft of the Week?
Are we not talking about the other two? We don't care.
I mean, the Cooper Kupp one we talked about last week.
Yeah. Debo, any places, any thoughts, feelings? I think it's smart for the Niners, for sure. They just signed Ayuk.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think Pittsburgh would be a landing spot for him.
Yeah. I think, Pittsburgh, you guys.
I don't see us going – like, if we don't get Myles Garrett or Max Crosby, this whole offseason was a bust.
That's big.
Yeah, they should focus defense for sure.
If
Allen proved this year that he doesn't need like a bunch of crazy offensive weapons.
I mean, and look at what Amari Cooper Cooper, in hindsight, I was very excited at the time, but in hindsight, like, the guy wasn't there at all. He had one good game.
He could have a bigger role next year too, though, being with the team.
I could also see, like, if I'm the Bills, I want Mac Hollins back, and I want Shakir and Coleman, and that's what I'm building my wide receiver room around. Cut Curtis Samuel. He was terrible. And start to move on with the younger wide receivers. I don't think bringing in a guy like Debo, who kind of had a cancerous feeling in the locker room.
Did he?
He pouted and moped when he didn't get paid.
And then he had a wide open catch in a game that decided whether or not they were going to go to the playoffs.
Yeah, I like Debo Samuel. I just think that the Bills are pretty scarred from Stephon Diggs with wide receivers. I think bringing in a guy like Debo could do more harm almost, which is crazy to say. Like, Amari Cooper wasn't getting the ball, but he also wasn't causing any problems. Like, and Josh Allen said, like, this is the best our team's felt in years.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah. Anyways, dude's draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Dude's draft of the week.
Here we go.
We got our topic is bad ideas.
Bad ideas.
So I think last week we did 2, and I started one of them and Carson started the other. So Aiden, do you want the ropes for this one?
Yeah, I'll go. So this is anything, right? Just anything that someone would be like, oh, that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to say being out to the bar till 3 a.m. and getting in your car.
Yeah.
Henry Ruggs style, you know?
That's a pretty good one.
That's a bad idea.
That's hard to beat, man.
All right, Carson, do you want next up and I'll go last?
I'll go last because it's going to take me a second to get to some of these.
Okay, I'm going to go trusting a fart. It's a bad idea.
I'm going to say it's along the lines of trust too. I'd say trusting making it to work with a empty or with the gas light on.
Okay.
I didn't think about this beforehand, guys. So.
Neither did I. You get another one, Carson. Yeah.
Okay. I'd say being around anyone swinging at a pinata with a blindfold.
That's valid.
That's fair.
Any adult swinging that bat? Yeah, for sure.
Okay. My next one is not pulling out. It's a bad idea. You got kid. It wasn't worth it.
Oh, that's good. That is a bad idea. I'm gonna go with tattooing a championship on yourself before your team wins it.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
Oh, you get 2, eh?
Yep.
All right, my second one. This is only makes sense if you guys have seen the uproar in Philly, but my second one is climbing a light pole.
It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. My next one's crazy. Bringing your sister around your friends. It's a bad idea.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh Lord. Okay. Uh. Yeah. Dude, can I follow that up? Anyway. Let's say answering the question, "Do I look fat in these?"
Oh yeah,
Honestly,
that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. Yeah, you don't really win with that one.
No.
You got one more, Carson.
no. Dude, this is such a broad thing.
I know. That's why it's good.
I would say doing any acrobat with knives involved.
That's a bad idea.
That sounds terrible.
I'm gonna go smoking a joint from your stoner friend.
That is
It's a bad idea.
Okay, my last one. My last one is putting anything metal in a microwave.
That's a bad idea.
Well,
I've done
depends
that.
on
Let's
what
see
you want
what
to
happens.
see.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. I got some honorable mentions. Taking a dump without checking for toilet paper. It's a bad idea. The one more game.
Oh
It's
yeah.
never. Come on, one more game. One more game. It never ends well.
Bro, you can't ever end playing games, bro. It's oh, you're gonna end on a losing note? Oh, how are you gonna end? We're on a winning streak. It
Yeah.
never works.
I put thinking you'll make it in time, like to the bathroom.
A lot of bathroom ass themes. One.
Welcome to the show, Carson. We talk about poop and football. I put the new Star Wars movies. Those were a bad idea.
Facts.
And then trying something new at your favorite restaurant. It's never going to be as good as what you normally order. Oh, and like one more beer or you're out with the boys and someone goes, let's order some shots when it's a beer night. Those nights never end well.
I have one. I have honorable mention as well. Putting your heart, soul, and love into a team that will always let you down.
Into a what?
Putting your heart, love, and soul into a team that will always let you down.
Oh,
Aiden's
yeah.
against.
Yeah. As you can see.
Aiden's against being a fan. What a hater. Anyways, that was Dude's Draft of the Week.
Hell yeah.
Alrighty. I got something else on here, unless you guys got something you want to talk about.
No.
Alrighty. So 2025 wide receiver fantasy football rankings. I got the top 10. I wanted you guys to what you think 1 to 10 was in order.
Top
you guys
10.
can work together.
Yeah, I got well, we can rattle off like 5 right away, to be honest.
Who do you think is number 1 though?
Probably Chase.
Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we can also get rid of Nico.
Whoa, no, not yet.
Okay, put JJ.
JJ, yeah.
Okay.
Well, if they do some cheese.
Do we have to guess in order?
Yeah, I want them in order.
Oh, okay.
Got you.
Oh,
Got you,
okay.
got
I wouldn't have guessed Nico.
Yeah, that's why I was like, what?
Oh, God, no. God, no.
In order. Okay, so we have Chase, JJ.
Mhm.
I like. How do you feel about Puka?
I just wrote him down, man.
Do we have to get in order 3 strikes type thing or
Yeah.
shit?
Okay, well let's remove my Nico thing. I thought we were just doing
yeah.
random top 10.
Yeah, I didn't count it. I figured you didn't know.
Okay, sweet. So Chase is gone, JJ's gone.
Who's even up there right now, bro?
NFC.
Oh, we're missing one. We're missing. Okay, it's either Puka or it's CD.
Oh, that's true. But there's also Amon Ra too. I doubt he's that high, but
That's true too. I think it's Puka or CD though. I think it is. I think it has to be.
You guys get guess?
I'll go Puka. Yeah.
Okay, Puka. Okay, CD. Okay. Now
X.
Puka.
And you guess.
Now Puka.
Okay. Now I don't know.
Do you want the conference?
Yeah.
NFC.
Again, jeez.
Oh, now it might be Amon Ra.
Yeah, let's go Amon Ra. Wait,
Yeah.
no, you decide. Okay.
Okay. No, hey, we're good. We're here. We're here, baby. We're here. Easy money. Easy money.
All right. You got the top 5.
All right.
No
So
strikes, top 5.
now when Nico Collins can come in, Nico Collins, AJ Brown type thing. Scary Terry might be up there.
Is that who you're going with, Nico?
Hold on.
We only got 2 strikes left here.
I gotta think for a second. Like we're forgetting. Oh, okay.
Speak to me.
We gotta remember Tyreek as well.
Oh,
if he
Tyreek's
could.
not top 10 next year.
Kyrie
You don't think so
Irving?
next year?
If he is, he's bottom. He's bottom. Do we get conference again?
Yeah. AFC.
Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger.
AFC. It could be T. I don't think it is. That's too high. T. Whoa. T is between 15 and like 9. I swear. T's. Bro, he averaged the second most points this year per game. Why you look at me like this? I like your boy Nico. I also like Brian Thomas Jr.
Oh,
I like those two.
bro, what a
Stud.
yeah. Is he making top 10 already?
I
Jake's like, shut
so.
up. Yes, goddamn.
Bro just found the soundboard and decided to press every button. All right, let's go Nico.
Yeah. All that for you guys got Nico, right?
All right, so that's top 6.
Yeah.
7.
4 more.
7.
AFC.
Ooh. Okay, I was thinking AJ Brown, but it's not. Let's just go through this real quick. Chiefs, no. Raiders, no. Broncos, Sutton, probably not. Chargers, definitely not. Bills, no. Patriots, no. Jets,
Miami, no.
Oh, it could be Garrett Wilson, but he doesn't have a quarterback yet, so we don't know. Miami, Tyreek Hill, possible.
He's yeah. Awesome.
Bengals, probably not T. Pittsburgh, no. Baltimore, no. Cleveland, no.
Tennessee, no.
Tennessee, no.
Texans again, no.
No. Colts, no.
Jake-
It could be
Jake-
Brian Thomas Jr., bro. It's either Brian Thomas or it's Zay Flowers, I think.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, BTJ. Let's go,
Correct.
Aiden. We're
Cooking.
Oh, dude, I thought I ran over the dog for a second.
NFC.
AJ Brown.
AJ
Bro,
Brown.
sorry, that one had
oh
to.
my,
I was just waiting for him
Oh
to
my
say the next
God.
NFC. It had to be AJ. I thought he was going to be higher.
NFC again.
What? What? Okay. Niners? Probably not. It could be Jackson Smith, Najigba on Seattle. I don't think it's Marvin Harrison Jr.
No, he didn't
We
have
already
a
said
good year.
Puka, so not them. It's not Carolina. It's not Mike Evans. It's not the Saints. And it's not the Falcons. Oh, could be Drake London. It's not Green Bay. We already guessed Lions. It's not Chicago. It's not Minnesota. We already guessed Minnesota. So, who else? Oh, Scary Terry, Washington. Not Dallas, already guessed. Not Eagles, already guessed. Giants, Malik Neighbors. So it's Scary Terry, Malik Neighbors.
Ooh, I kind of like Malik.
Yeah? Or Scary Terry? No, fuck it. Send that shit, bro. Send that in. No, that was a gut feeling. You say it, Carson. Come on.
Look at Jake's face.
It might be good. It might be bad, though.
Oh, send Malik.
All right.
Malik Neighbors is correct.
Dude, okay. Okay, we're cooking.
All right. The 10 spot. I will give you a hint. This guy you guys have said. You've said his name.
Well,
Said
we
it.
said like everyone.
Oh, shit. Okay, so who did I say? Najigba, Mike Evans, Marvin Harrison Jr.
I don't
You're
think
wrong on all
rookies
those
make
three.
that. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think any of those guys.
Oh, what the fuck?
AFC.
Bro, just
AFC?
listen to the name. Your turn to get the gut feeling. Okay. Tyreek.
Oh, it could be
Not
Tyreek. Oh, it's not Tyreek. So wait,
not
one
Tyreek.
life left, Carson. It's dude. I honestly, it's between two in AFC. It's between two. It's
Who's your
between
two?
It's between T Higgins and Zay Flowers.
Zay Flowers. Yeah.
I mean, you know what
Yeah,
train I back. You know what train I back.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm saying
All right.
train.
All right. Let's go. Let's go.
All
Let's
right,
go.
T.
T. Higgins is the last one.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
And then it goes London, Scary Terry, Hill, Lad McConkey is 4.
Ooh.
Mike Evans, Jackson Smith, and Jigba.
Dude, lad is a little high right now.
I think it's probably because he's the only one on the team.
Yeah.
I guess.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you guys
That
killed
was
it.
good.
So damn, so
Yeah.
Zay's not even in the top 15.
Yeah, that
Zay's-
is kind of crazy as well.
That just proves how bad Lamar is.
he's-
Low key.
Zay is just off.
Yeah,
the list.
if only he had Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah,
Bro,
that's
I'm
true.
saying, bro.
Yeah, Big Ben would have got him on there, man.
You probably would have.
Did you see the Lakers got denied the trade for Connect, so Connect had to go back to the Lakers?
Yeah.
That was crazy. That's gotta suck, dude.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, that's
Wasn't it
nuts,
the other
yeah.
way? Wasn't the Hornets got denied because Mark Williams had undisclosed like injuries?
Something like that, yeah.
Honestly, I
Didn't
think
hear
it
about
works
that.
out for them.
I think
Dude,
so too.
I think Dalton is such a good player, and to like give up on him, like I mean, this is because I watched him in college, but he was filthy, bro.
Yeah. Have you guys seen? So the Four Nations is going on right now. Like they're playing right now. Have you guys seen Team Canada? I know you guys aren't hockey guys, but
Yeah,
dude, it is disgusting. The Team Canada roster.
yeah, it kind of doesn't make sense. I mean, the U.S. is pretty gross too, though.
Not as disgusting as the Team Canada, man. You have Crosby, McKinnon, and McDavid. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
filthy.
tough.
Their fourth line would be the best line on any other team. Like, it's disgusting. Anyways, that's all I got for the week, boys. I don't know if you have anything else.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
I don't got anything either, no.
All righty. Well, this has been the Huddle Podcast. Like and subscribe, please. We'll see you next week.
Here we go.